Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna tell you how to set up your work computer to develop a GUI application for ChIP-C industrial PCs. We will be using standard web tech stack. There are many high-quality commercial or free open source software for web development projects. There are also a lot of high-quality books, blogs, and tutorials on the internet for web developers. If you are an experienced web developer, you can safely skip this video and use your preferred dev kits. In the end, ChIP-C PC is a full-featured Linux with a Chromium browser. That sounds familiar to a web developer, right? What's especially good about developing an app with web technologies on ChIP-C industrial PCs is you can use the technologies tens of thousands of programmers are actively contributing to. With the powerful ChIP-C PC, you can stand on the shoulders of those brilliant minds and use those technologies that open source communities, big corps, and global organizations are actively maintaining together in your own industrial solutions. Not to mention there are tons of QA threads to refer to on Stack Overflow when we encounter problems. And there are also GitHub issues where people might already have a solution for your problem when they develop their applications. They can all greatly speed up your software development process. Okay, let's get back to the topic. Firstly, there are no constraints on the software you have to use to develop for ChIP-C industrial PCs. No dedicated IDEs, no emulators, no application download-upload tools. You don't need to learn these extra vendor-specific tools to develop for ChIP-C PCs. Instead, you can use your preferred developer tools. In my opinion, this is a big relief for us software developers, because in this way I can concentrate on the project without having to learn some not migratable skills or tools. Secondly, there are also no constraints on the operating system you use to develop for ChIP-C industrial PCs. All of the software I suggest are either cross-platform or have equal replacements on other operating systems. You can't go wrong with either Windows, macOS, or Linux on your own computer. That means you can use whatever machine you have, a gaming PC, a laptop, a MacBook Air, or a workstation. You can even develop directly on the ChIP-C PC. I wouldn't normally recommend that unless your ChIP-C PC has a screen of 13-inch or above. In that way, this is totally doable. In brief, the only things you are going to need are a text editor, a terminal app, and a modern browser. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, the text editor. For text editors, we have multiple choices. You might be a Sublime Text people, you might be a VS Code people, or you might be the Vim people, the weird people. I can tell you that's all perfectly fine. My suggestion for text editor is Visual Studio Code. VS Code by Microsoft is free for commercial use. The key reason I chose VS Code is it provides a remote development feature, which will greatly benefit our development procedure on the ChIP-C industrial PC. I will show you how I code with VS Code in the later video, but for the installation process, I suggest you go to VS Code's official website for reference. There are also many tutorials on the internet. Pick one that gets VS Code installed on your own computer. Number 2, the terminal app. By terminal app, I mean something that you can use to SSH into the ChIP-C industrial PC. If you use Windows, I've heard people using PuTTY. You can download this open source program on its official website. If you use macOS, my preferred application is the same name terminal app that comes with macOS. For Linux users, well, I don't think you really need a suggestion from me. But if you do need one, any terminal app that comes with your distro is gold. We need a terminal app because we need to execute commands on ChIP-C PC's Linux operating system, like running a Python script, opening the browser with an extra parameter, and SSH is the most common way to do it. I will show you how I SSH into my ChIP-C Industrial Pi in a later video, but for now, let's finish our setups first. Number 3, the browser. My suggestion is Google Chrome browser. You can download it from Chrome's official website, Mozilla Firefox and Apple Safari are all modern browsers capable for debugging a web application. You can't go wrong with them. But I would still pick Chrome for developing chipsy PC applications, because we'll be running Chromium browser on chipsy PCs. Since our GUI application will be running in a Chromium browser, being able to debug your code on your own PC will be very handy, because you don't have to go to the chipsy PC to check if things work as expected every time you make a change to the code. You can now directly refresh the web page on your own computer. This is also a special benefit of building the HMI with web technology. I will show you how I use a browser on my own computer for debugging my GUI application running in the Chipsy Industrial Pi PC in a later video. Okay, I hope you can get these three software installed on your own PC if you are preparing to build software for chipsy PCs. They are all popular industrial grade choices. If you have better candidates, that's also okay, as long as you have a text editor, a terminal app, and a modern browser. You are ready for writing your first line of code. So, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy building software on chipsy industrial PCs.